Hello, I'm Erin, the creator of the Beast Mode Method, a custom-built program for dedicated CrossFitters who want to reach their full health and fitness potential. And I'm also the creator of the Whole Health Project, which we are going to talk about today, so you can decide if it's something that might be a benefit for you. The Whole Health Project is a 3-month program, and we are working very, very closely together to get to the root cause of any health conditions, symptoms, anything that just ails you that you have going on. Now, I'm always trying, as a functional medicine practitioner, I'm always trying to get to the root cause of a health issue. So I'm not compartmentalizing the body and looking at specific symptoms and things like that. I'm always chasing after the why. Why do you have digestive issues? Why is your thyroid screwed up? Why do you have adrenal fatigue? Why can't you sleep at night? Why are you tired all the time? Why are you achy? Why is your skin always breaking out and all crazy? We want to know the why so that we can fix that and these issues won't come back to plague you later on in life. So I do that through a series of different tests and health history questionnaires, symptomology reports, and things like that. So we're going to do a food sensitivity panel that's going to look at 154 different foods plus 2 different gluten panels to determine if that is the issue. Now, I get a lot of people that on their consultation when we're talking about the food panels, they're like, oh, my doctor already tested me for food allergies and it came back negative. Okay, that's cool, that's good. What your MD tested you for and what I'm testing you for are 2 completely different things. We're testing different aspects of the immune system. The words allergy, sensitivity, and intolerance all mean something different depending on what part of the immune system you are looking at. So one is not greater or lesser than another. It's just specifically a label that we put on specific parts of the immune system. So the IgE portion of the immune system is a food allergy. That's where your MD is going to test you. I'm going to test in the IgG, which is 80% or more of the immune system, and that's where we see sensitivities. That's the label that's put on this portion of the immune system. So sensitivities can be an immediate reaction, or it can be a prolonged reaction that happens hours or even days after you eat an offending food. So if you're a person that has chronic symptoms, digestive issues that you can't really pinpoint, they come and go, chronic fatigue issues, thyroid conditions, any kind of hormonal imbalance, a lot of times it is an IgG reaction because it's just something that you eat all the time and it's a constant rollover reaction that's happening. And then we have the IgA portion of the immune system, which is gut specific, and so I do a little bit of testing in that area as well. So we're going to do this food panel, and that food panel tells me not only what you're sensitive to, but it also helps me to see a pattern in what macronutrients, your proteins, carbs, and fats, you are or are not digesting, and if they're causing inflammation within the body. It doesn't mean that we're going to cut out like a whole group of macronutrients. It just helps me to figure out what we should be focusing on with your nutrition. Should we be taking out more of those carbohydrates, or what types of carbs should we be taking out so the body can kind of have a break and get back into balance? Just as for instance, I'm using carbs because that's one that a lot of people have problems with, either the simple sugars or those longer chain sugars and things like that. So the food panel will tell me that as well, so we can really fine tune your diet. And then we're going to do a series of hormonal panels, and these are going to be in the form of blood, saliva, and urine. I look at all these different aspects and not just blood, because your blood is the last thing to change. So if we're just testing the blood, a lot of times those imbalances in the hormonal systems and specifically sex hormones and stress hormones, we're not going to see those changes if we're just testing the blood. We want to test the saliva, the urine, things like that, so we can see the metabolites of those hormones, and we can see how the body is utilizing them on a day-to-day basis. So that's fabulous for people that just feel not right, and they have gone to their MD and had every test in the book, and their MD just looks at them and is like, you're normal, everything came back fine, everything came back normal. but you don't feel normal, you don't feel good, otherwise you wouldn't be coming to the doctor every week or 2 weeks or a couple of months or whatever it is. So when we look at these hormones in these specific ways with the urine and with the saliva, we're able to get a bigger picture of what's going on. Our medical society right now is just really, the labs are set up for blood, so that's what they do. And then we're also going to do a series of toxicity panels that we're going to run through a awesome colleague of mine, Dr. Kelly Halderman. She's a medical doctor, and she's also working in naturopathic medicine now. So we're going to run a series of labs through her office, which are going to kind of fill in the blanks. So testing for heavy metals, bacterial, viral infections, parasites, chemical toxicities, sensitivities to food additives, sensitivities to body care products that we use all the time, because there's tons of chemicals in that stuff that don't really jive too well with the hormones and the nervous system and our immune systems in general. So she can test for those ingredients and see what may be causing an issue for you. She's also going to look at body structure, organ stress analysis, and see what organs are not having too much fun at the party right now. So that's going to be a great addition to your program, because it's just going to fill in those blanks and make sure that we have a really cohesive program put together for you so that you get really fast results. This program is all about, like I said, getting to the root cause of health issues and fixing things as quickly as possible and as safely as possible. There's a lot of focus on your food, what you're putting into your body, what works best for you, not what works best for me or your best friend or the guy down the street or this person wrote this book and this is the best diet ever. No, we want to work on what is going to work best for your individual body. And what I find more times than not is that it's a combination of a bunch of different dietary theories that work best for an individual, because there's different gems in each dietary theory, and those theories are popularized because they work. They work well for all different people, but we have so many dietary theories because we have so many different things that work for people. So if we can really fine-tune and figure out what's going to be the best route of action for you, then you're going to get your best results and as quickly as possible. So that's really the name of the game. You're going to do your health history report, symptomology reports, so you can really dive into your history and what has brought you to this point right now. And that's a really big part of figuring out what's going to be the best plan of action for you as well. Then we have weekly appointments on the phone. It's very similar to working one-on-one in person, but you can do these appointments from your office, your car, your home, whatever. So it's very convenient. And we're going to talk about every week what's going well. What do we need to tweak and change? What questions do you have? What are we going to do for the next week? Each week is really building on the week previous. Every Friday, I send out your educational content. This is going to give you the why. Why am I doing this? Why am I changing this? Why am I changing that? Why am I incorporating these different things? If you have the education and you know why you're doing something, you're more apt to continue to do it and to stick with it in the long run. This is not just 3 months and then you go back to what you were doing before. We want this to be a lifestyle change, and we want you to feel good about it and empowered in it. So I supply you with as much education and resources as humanly possible. So that comes out every Friday. Then we have our weekly appointments. We talk about stress management is a really big part of this program, and really feeling empowered in your body and in your mind, and really tapping into your intuition and being able to trust your body and what you know to be true for yourself. I'm basically teaching you how to fish instead of giving you the fish. So that's pretty much the whole health project in a nutshell. There is a lot more to it that you will definitely benefit from. If this sounds like something that would be of interest to you and you want to get to the root cause of your health issues instead of just masking symptoms or just going through life in pain and dealing with it, then I want you to shoot me an email at Thole, THOLE .Erin, ERIN, @gmail.com, and we will set up a free consultation. You can also check out my website, which is ErinTheBeast, ErinTheBeast.com, to find out more about the Whole Health Project and what I do as a practitioner and how I can help you and your loved ones. Talk to you later.